The Korean automobile market is one of the few places on earth where the sedan is still doing well. And you better believe they really know how to make a good one. Today, what we have with us is the Hyundai Elantra. Now, it's been sold in other markets for quite some time, but it's only been recent, in fact this year, where it was introduced on our shores. So on this episode of Behind the Wheel, we want to know where the Elantra sits in the shrinking sedan segment here in the country, and also if in fact sedans are still worth considering. This is the Elantra N line, which, if you check the AutoDeal app, absolutely free on iOS and Android, comes in at 1,795,000 Philippine pesos. Folks, the AutoDeal app is not just for checking prices. In fact, it can connect you to over 30 brands and over 700 dealers nationwide to help you get the best car at the best price without ever leaving your home. Now, the Elantra comes with a bunch of variants, including a hybrid with a baseline price of just 1,480,000 Philippine pesos, which is not bad at all. Do subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out when we finally do review that car. Now, to understand where the Elantra N line stands, let's compare it to other non-hybrid models. For instance, the Corolla Altis GRS comes in at 1,333,000 Philippine pesos. The Honda Civic RS comes in at 1,790,000 Philippine pesos. So in that aspect, it is the most expensive, but it also has the most amount of power. The sedan pushes 201 horses and 265 Newton meters of torque, which comes from a 1.6-liter turbocharged gasoline engine that's mated to a 7-speed DCT. Now, what we're showing you on the graphics now is that this sedan, compared to the others, is the only one that pushes past 200 horses. So the premium that you're paying actually goes towards performance and not just raw power. What that raw power feels like and performance we'll get to a little bit later in the video. But now let's go to its exterior. The Elantra has a very bold and unique look. It follows a similar design language to the Tucson. There are tons of sharp cuts and angles throughout, from the LED headlamps and taillights to the shoulder lines slashing through its side. There are some, like Jack, that love the way that the rear tapers off and kind of like pinches towards the tail. For me, not so much. Its style is very distinct, and though I'd say it looks good now, we'll have to see down the line how it will hold up. The ground clearance is somewhere under 140 millimeters. We don't have exact specs, so please don't quote us on that. But it does stand on these really handsome N-line 18-inch alloys wrapped in 40 series tires. Swing around to the rear and you'll find another N-line exclusive lip spoiler attached to the boot that has around 400 liters of space, which is really plenty. But one of the disadvantages of a sedan is that while the volume of space is good, the opening for a balikbayan box is a no-go. However, if you need to load longer items, just pull these tabs here and they will fold the second row, and then you've got the longer items and in you go. Hey, that rhymes. Ah. Oh, and also, check this out. Real exhausts, twin. Me likey. Ah. As you would have probably surmised, leg space isn't going to be an issue inside a compact sedan. That's my normal driving position. Look at the amount of leg space that I have. I can even cross my legs very easily. It's the headroom that can be kind of compromised because of the shape and the slope of the automobile. So, wait a minute. My hand fits in perfect. Forgive me, it was Jack that wrote that part, and he said that the headspace is compromised. You know, Jack, not everybody is 10 feet 7 inches tall. You could be a little bit inclusive of smaller people.
Okay.
Good grief. Inclusive, though, is that there's a lot of amenities back here for your rear passengers. You have 2 air vents. They're not stingy on that. You have 2 charging points. Both of them are Type-C. And you have a center armrest with 2 cup holders. The middle part is, well, the third passenger, the tunnel is a little bit higher. So yeah, better if you were just a pair of passengers back here. Look at this. It's quite roomy, yo. It's good. It's good. You want me to give you a thumbs up?
No, I'm saying it's good. We can cut. Good take.
Oh, I thought you were looking for affirmation or something.
Well, who isn't?
That's true. I'm not.
You're doing a good job, man.
Stop it. You're doing a better job.
You're doing a better job.
Better job. Bisaya, manggi. Up front, the first thing I'm going to comment on are the seats. They are absolutely great. Awesome material, extremely supportive. I love it. However, this being the top of the line N-line, well, there's the N, which is like a completely different beast altogether. But this being the top of the line N-line, I was kind of hoping for ventilated seats. Unfortunately, there's none. They're heated, but there's not ventilated. And the front passenger isn't power. It's manual. Come on. Up front, you're greeted by a digital instrument cluster, has everything that you need. On the left side, an extremely prominent drive mode selector. That thing's huge, man. In the center, physical air controls, which we love from Kia and Hyundai. I hope they keep it. The downside of this infotainment screen, though, is that there is no surround view camera. There's a rear view camera, but no surround view. 12-volt socket underneath, USB charging point, Type A, Type C, wireless charging, good. Gear lever in the center. The steering wheel feels really good to the touch, feels premium. Buttons on it, of course. On the right, you have your adaptive cruise and whatnot. Left side is for your infotainment, and then right behind, paddles, which is a lot of fun. It's really a very simple car to hop in and go. Even Jack describes this car as that. He said this, okay, your lolo could hop inside this car, start the engine, and go. It's that simple, which we're going to do right now. But before we do, please consider subscribing to our channel because we'd like to save enough money to send Jack to sensitivity school.
No, it's not. I meant because it's so simple to operate. You have the buttons. You don't have to operate the screen.
Jack, pretty soon you're going to be like Bugs Bunny and you're going to hit Albuquerque.
Basta, yun. Bata-bata sa langit.
A very large portion of the cars that we've tested this year have been crossovers, which really have been great. But I find it's a nice treat to get back inside a sedan, really. It's great how low to the ground you are, and as a result, you're really just more connected to the road. In line with that, the N-line, it feels, well, you feel very connected with it. It's really nice. It's well weighted. Going around twisty roads is really good. Plus the bolstering on the seats is nice. The suspension is, well, you may find it that it leans kind of on the firm side, but really that's what you want when you're going around twisty roads. But not to a point where you find it fatiguing. What is a little bit of a downer is the NVH in terms of road noise. You are, after all, on, well, 18s with 40 series tires, so. The transmission out on open roads is actually pretty good. Around the twisties, it can be a lot of fun. It's quick and smooth, and the paddles are very, very accommodating to someone that wants to get testy. Oh! But, and I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer, this is, after all, still a DCT. So there are certain aspects of this transmission that you just can't get rid of, like somewhat of a jumpiness when you're stuck in rolling traffic. Can't be avoided. But it is one of the better DCTs that we've tested. There are other cars with DCTs that unfortunately are not so great, but we won't mention them na lang. Dili na lang ako mag-talk. Pushing on the throttle gives you a nice, well, throaty tone, right? Which is great to hear. Unlike, well, other cars with, let's say, for example, the DCTs or even CVTs, where you like kind of floor it and you just get. Here at least you get. Stop laughing at me.
You know, you could have just actually just demonstrated without making, but you know, we'll
speed
take it.
Limits.
Okay, fine. Good boy.
Fuel efficiency is as can be expected in a motor of this size, so inside the city we were doing roughly about 7 kilometers per liter, that's heavy traffic, and out on the highway 21 kilometers per liter, much better. But I did mention that there is a hybrid model of this vehicle, which I'm sure that the fuel efficiency of that will sail past the one of this N-Line. But what you get in the N-Line is you get quick shifts, sharper steering, and an exterior package that really just adds a lot of flavor. I understand that your average car buyer wants the most out of their peso, which is why crossovers are just so popular. They're bigger, they have more space, they have more ground clearance. Overall, they're just really more practical. The buyer of your compact sedan has a different set of priorities altogether. They're looking at something that's fun to drive, that's engaging, that'll turn heads every time that they pass by. And the Elantra will definitely do that. The thing about it though is that for its price, it's not the most practical purchase out there, but to the right buyer, with the way this car makes you feel, that's just priceless. And if you are that right buyer, hey, AutoDeal app, can't say it enough.